Hi everyone, this is Nathan and today's view is. Today I went to a place called Pottsville, and I went to Pottsville to make this video to show what details you can put on your layout on your train display. And I think it'll be really intriguing, and I'll just explain as I go along, and yeah, so let's get started. This is a really good example. I know it's just a door, but there's many details I spotted. A lot of random stuff everywhere inside the building, which could be really good looking good in your layout. Just put random sawdust or something like that. And the sides of the doors look like they've been rusty, so that's a good idea to do that. Basically, the entire door I think is a good example of what you can put on your layout. I took this picture just for the windows, and I thought this was a really good example of what your buildings could look like on your layout, because I don't think they're always going to be like that in real life, but like I said, it's a good example. I wonder if these glass windows, like this picture here, are anywhere on any other layouts, because I think that'll be a really good addition. Like, it could be a storefront, it could be anything, or a part of a house. I mean, the ideas are endless, and here's another photo. And this windows where I'm talking about is all things good. It's there what the sign says. So yeah, on to the next building. And look at this building. This building is an unfinished painting, and I still think it should be on somebody's finished or unfinished. Like, you can even put a train on one of your buildings, just paint it on there, and who cares how good it looked or something like that. So it's all up to you what you want to do on your train display or layout. This photo I see has so many details that are a really good example, from the pile of the brick to the downstairs going down to the door. I mean, even with the green building, I think is really nice addition. Something like that should be a part of your layout, just in my opinion, to spice things up with interesting stuff, just to model. This one is a similar photo, but a different place in Pottsville. I think you could add something like this, even with some glass and stuff, or even make it look like a Chinese place or a buffet or whatever, and the dumpsters could be right next to it, or just anything you could think of. I think would be good ideas, and yeah, or make it look the whole thing abandoned by just building something similar to this. So yeah, the possibilities are endless. The diner is a really good example too of interest, because you could make it an old diner or abandoned diner, or even just a really nice diner, and with other buildings around it with modern cars and white paint that's peeling off the brick, and so many details to look at. Like I said, I know I keep saying that, but or you can make the whole town look 50s, or even put the diner in a modern city, like New York City, for example. I bet they have diners there. What you can also do to make things more interesting in your layout is maybe have like a movie they're doing for the Civil War, or anything about just plays or something that's happening to like have history alive, and or even like the statues are a really good example too of what you can actually do. Or even like fake history, like maybe there was a train crash and a train just staying there for a monument or something like that, or like I said, the possibilities are endless. And here is the same diner in a close-up photo. The few things I notice is the weathering, like the real fade, and even a modern air conditioner, and with some stars for decoration. I mean, you could do little things here and there to make it interesting, like I said, but you could actually have like a blockbuster there, or even like maybe something like this, where it's just paper and wood just to put up signs, simple signs, and even like one of those open signs. And this one is selling movies, and they have like Wii in there they're trying to sell. So yeah, maybe you could add like video games, like the old-fashioned video games are playing, or even new ones, or arcade games. You could also add details in your buildings, like a regular bucket and a box. This is just a few examples, or even like a punch card when you get in and out of work. Just, like I said, to make things interesting, and even stuff falling down from the ceiling and stuff like that. You could actually put gardens right next to businesses like this one, or just rocks like the photo, and a for rent sign, and maybe some trash around it and some mailboxes and stuff like that. I just think this will be a really good example for you to do on your layout. And I also wonder if you have seen this stuff on your layout, like the way you go down to the basement, or a blocked off door from the public to go through. I just think like this is really cool just to model. Like, who knows what you could see outside from your front door and just see so many details that might be small irrelevant, but they might be more interesting for real on your layout that probably nobody else has seen. You could also add this on your layout, which I think is really awesome, really intriguing to do, even with the words on the glass, and maybe you can put mannequins in there just to like just show off the newest clothing you could do, or the newest toy, or the possibilities, like I said, are endless, but it's basically up to you if you want to do this. And you can add lights inside, and or maybe this is a good idea for a movie theater, and or like a antique store. And here we have a welcome sign like this one, welcome to Pottsville. And you can put a bank with that, or any town or name you want to add to your town. You can actually add something similar to this with an actual photo of your layout you can take, and then you could add get an old bank from like the 50s or something, and modern businesses in there, or change up a bit, because I know that even old banks can get repurposed into different businesses, and sometimes the old safe, like the very thick walls, are just still there because it's too expensive to take it out. So that's another good idea to put on your layout. You can even put a coal mine or an underground railroad in there from the Civil War, or even like a bunker, or like I said, the possibilities are endless. Even like this photo is a good example of all that. I know it isn't, but it's part of a building. But I mean, the details and stuff like that are really interesting to model on this. You could also put houses on top or the bottom of the hill, and in the middle or two. Even put stairs in the center of the hill, or even like a really old incline from Pittsburgh or from Iowa. So yeah, like I said, the possibilities are endless, but yeah, I know for a fact that the incline in Iowa was meant for a personal individual to have it. There's a whole YouTube video about it. I'll put the link in the description for that awesome video to check out. And you can also take inspiration from that too, because that is a really historical thing as well, as much as Pittsburgh incline. So yeah. Anyway, this is Nathan Lake saying goodbye, and have a very awesome day.